Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So this will be our first video and it'll basically be a story time about how we met. So keep in mind, I was a 6th grader and she was a 7th grader.
Yeah, and he was like about 11 years old and I was around 12, and we didn't go to the same middle school.
Yeah, she went to Edendale and I went to John Muir, and we're from like the Bay
Area.
So, you know. So me and my friend went to go try out for this team in San Lorenzo. It was a soccer team, and the name was California North Stars. I ended up just staying there. He went to this other team. So me and him went to school together. Later on, he asked me, he was like, do you want to come through for one of the practices?
To the team where his friend was at?
Yeah, the team where my friend was at, and it was called Brazil. It was in in Oakland, but they would have games at my middle school. So it was kind of easy, you know, to get to the games. So I came through at practice, and the coach, like, you know, just liked me right away. So I ended up playing for them and North Stars, since in the soccer, if it's 2 different leagues, I could play for both teams. So the reason how I met her from there is because she had a brother and a cousin who played for that team as well.
Yeah.
So she would be there, you know.
Yeah, I would always go to the game and their practices.
Yeah, so she would be there, and I mean we would see each other, but like, since we were little, you know, we wouldn't really talk. So my parents would be hella close to her family though.
Yeah, and like every single time there was a practice or a game, you know, we'll say hi.
Yeah, and at the time I actually thought that her cousin was her brother.
Yeah.
And I had really no idea that her brother was.
And also his parents thought the same thing, and that my auntie was my mom.
Yeah, so I don't know, that's how we met, you know, our first time seeing each other's faces.
Yeah.
Time passes by and I play there maybe just 2 years, which is like 2 seasons. I end up just staying with North Stars, a team that is in San Lorenzo. I was playing for both at the time. So what happened is that Brazil ended up joining the same league as North Stars, which is called NorCal. So I was stuck between choosing Brazil or North Stars. And since I had a friend playing for Brazil, and he went to my school, and we were really close, I wanted to choose Brazil, you know, just because I thought it'd be cool playing with one of my friends. My dad told me just stay with North Stars because they were already a competitive team, and since they were in a higher division, they played gold, and Brazil played either bronze or silver. I don't remember. So yeah, I left for a long time, and I stayed with North Stars. And
yeah, so during that time, well, obviously we're like, you know, it's been about like what, 3 years, and so we were planning my 15, and my parents thought about inviting Efren and his family. So my parents went to Efren's house. I don't know how they knew their address, but my parents went to go drop. They went to his house to go drop off the invitation. They never showed up, and so yeah, and then time passed by, my 15 passed by. Well,
I don't really remember why we didn't show up, but she's right. For some reason, we didn't show up.
Well, you told me because you had a soccer game, and yeah, I think you told me about that.
I told you?
Yeah, you told me, you're like, I think I had a soccer game. But the point is, they didn't show up, and so whatever. My 15 passed by, time passed by. And then there was a tournament, and that's when we kind of like saw each other there, which it was his team and our brother's team.
Yeah, so that tournament was in Morgan Hill.
Yeah. And then keep in mind, my cousin had left to another team as well.
Yeah, her cousin left. So the reason why she was there is because her actual brother was, you know, the one playing, which I didn't know was her actual brother. I thought her cousin was her brother. But anyway, Yeah, we're seeing each other's faces there once again. Keep in mind, she had her own, like, you know, little life going, and I guess I had, like, whatever I had going.
Yeah, so we were older, we had already, like...
basically a different relationships, you know?
Yeah.
So, I was just there. It was after my game, and the reason why we met there was because Brazil...
We saw each other again.
Yeah, well, the reason why we saw each other again, yeah, is because Brazil had a game right next to our game, and our game ended already. And
well, like next to the field.
Yeah, like there's 2 different fields, and we're playing, like, let's say,
and they
field
were, like,
1,
next to each other.
and they're playing in field 2.
Yeah.
So my game ended, and I was just there hanging around. I remember my team had donuts and hot chocolate, actually, and I think my parents offered you some.
I don't remember.
You
I think
remember?
that your mom offered my mom coffee, or me too, but I don't like coffee, so I said no thanks.
Yeah, so I was just there.
You guys had like a little wagon for Vanessa?
Yeah, a little wagon.
Yeah.
And Vanessa's my sister, by the way.
Yeah, she's little. Wow, that's when she was like a little baby.
Yeah, she was like
she's still a little baby. Like, she's like, what, not 5, 6, she's 5.
Yeah. So, I was just there minding my own business, and my mom was sitting next to her mom and her, and so...
We were catching up.
Yeah, they were catching up.
And then we were telling her about how the 15 went and everything since they had missed it. And then he came around, his mom, and then his mom told him, oh, say hi, mijo, because I guess he was shy to say hi. Yeah,
so I shook her mom's hand, I shook her hand, and that was it, you know. I mean, I stood there for a while they were talking, and I mean, I would glance at her. I don't remember if she would, like, you know, look at me at the time, or just look at me like nothing, you know, just look. But that's when we saw each other's faces once again. Time passes by again.
So wait, keep in mind that tournament happened in January, and then we saw each other again in December because Brazil had a big party for like all of the teams of Brazil, and he has a younger brother who played for Brazil as well, but for the younger Brazil because he is younger.
So after that tournament in January, where was it next? It was that Brazil ceremony, right?
Yeah, the party in December.
So we met again at this party. It was about like 10 minutes away from my house. So the only reason why I was there was because my brother played there, and
like I said earlier, it's just the whole Brazil, like the whole team of Brazil.
Yeah, and I was also there because I also had something going at that time as well. Like, she was in a relationship, I was in a different relationship too.
Yeah, so I think like in the relationship he was in, his girlfriend's sister, brother, played with his brother, yeah, right?
My girlfriend's brother?
Yeah.
Played with who?
Your brother.
Oh yeah. So she had like a little brother. And she played with my little brother, so that's also why she was there, supporting her little brother.
He was telling me how like he didn't want to go for some reason, but he had to go because of her or something like that.
Yeah, and you know, my dad told me to go. So anyway, I was there. I was sitting down at the table outside for a while, and she was...
I was outside too, but I didn't notice you until like we went inside. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't... Yeah, until I went inside, which it was like a little hall, and had like a little disco ball.
Yeah.
With the little lights.
People dancing.
And my little sister, Vanessa, was there, like, dancing around.
Yeah.
So it was her mom, and...
Her brother.
Her brother sitting there.
Yeah, my dad couldn't make it that day. I think he had to work, something like that. Yeah.
So I just shook her hand, I shook her mom's hand, and I was just there catching up with her brother. Since, you know, I played with him, I don't really talk to him like that.
And then time
passes by again, and it turns out that it was Junior started having problems with
Brazil's team.
And Junior is her brother.
Yeah.
So her brother ended up joining my team because I still stay with North Stars. I've been playing with North Stars like
his whole life.
My whole life. And so he was going through problems, and my dad has always been trying to get him to join North Stars. And so he asked us, since he kind of rejected us the first time because he was still cool with Brazil, he was still playing with Brazil. So later on he asked us or hit us or talked to us, and my dad kept talking to him, and we brought him to North Stars.
Yeah, because Brazil, the team, was just kind of having problems, so everyone had to look for a team if they wanted to keep playing soccer. So
Yeah.
Junior reached out to them, well, to Efren, and that's kind of how they helped him out. And then he joined North Stars.
And that was already June, right? When you joined? Because it wasn't really summer yet, we were still in school, but it was June.
Yeah, but it was about December. It happened like around May, around May, I remember, because that's when I cut my hair.
May. So her brother joined around May. Keep in mind, around that time I was already single. She was still in a relationship, but I was single. So since her brother joined the team, we wouldn't talk, but we would see each other a lot because we would give her and her brother, her mom, a lot of rides, either back home to practice, to the game sometimes. Yeah. So we would see each other a lot.
And we got close.
Yeah, we still wouldn't really talk though.
No, yeah.
Like I remember this one time. I think we were on our way to practice after picking them up, and I had a gum, right? So I'm like, I asked her if she wanted to gum, and she's like, I don't know, I guess she was shy too. So she like just shook her head, and she goes like this.
I said I actually wanted gum then.
She didn't ask for gum. So she puts her hand back, even though she said no, she doesn't want gum. So I'm like, so you want gum or you don't want gum? And then she's like, yeah. So
yeah, so he ended up giving me gum.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, after that, I asked my mom and her mom if they want gum. Her mom said no. And then my mom did the same exact thing.
Yeah, she said.
She stuck her hand back and was like, so it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would give them a lot of rides, or we would give them a lot of rides. And also at the time I would do personal training because I would always do my own goalkeeper training, since the team practice wasn't really like based on what my training or what I need to get better. So my dad would pay a personal trainer to come and train me. So I'd be there about an hour early. And before we started giving her rides, actually, was it before we started giving her rides? Because I would be there already.
I don't remember, but you would still do that training.
Yes, I would do the early training, and she would be there just standing behind me. So...
We would just say hi.
Yeah, we would just say hi and like...
Hi and bye.
When she was behind me, I would try to show off, what every guy would do if some beautiful girl was behind them. But anyway,
time passes by.
Time passes by again.
And then I got single. And then
right after she got single,
we started following each other on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I didn't follow guys.
Well, I actually followed her before, and she followed me, but I got blocked from her Instagram account.
Well, it wasn't even me, I already explained to you.
Yeah, so that's some other business that we're not going to get into.
Yeah, so point is, when I got single, I unblocked him, and then we started following each other, because obviously when you block someone on Instagram, you guys both unfollow each other.
Yeah. So
we started following each other again, and then...
I posted something, right? Or was it the brushes first?
No, yeah, you posted something.
So I posted this post where it's you basically choose two out of it's basically like you choose a Ray or To Be Honest.
Well, it had numbers, and then next to the numbers it had To Be Honest, Ray, and so on and so forth. So it said right there pick two numbers. So I don't remember the numbers that I picked, but I picked the Ray and what was the other one? The one that I picked was the Ray and
it was Best Future.
Okay, so yeah, so I picked that one.
So she comments, and I guess she was getting irritated or something, cause she really wanted it.
So he didn't do it, and I did it, and I did it again, and that's when he did it. Oh no, that happened when I was still in a relationship, cause that's how you got blocked.
Oh yeah, I got blocked after that. So it was after that post that I got blocked from her account. Yeah. And so she says that I gave her a 7 for the day.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't give you a 7.
He did.
How could his face ever be a 7?
I don't know, but he did a 7. Okay, so yeah, he did a 7, and then whatever shit happened, so he got blocked. That's when he got blocked. And then whatever.
Not that long after that, she actually got single.
Yeah,
and
so I unblocked him, and then we started following each other again. And then after that, I posted a picture of my Snapchat, so he saw that. He added me on Snapchat, so we had each other on Instagram, Snapchat. And then I posted a video on my Instagram about my makeup brushes. And saying how like I bought them. And
so her brother was like commenting that no, he bought them, and like I was like being on his side, just like.
Yeah, but we were all playing around in the comments.
Yeah.
And then after that, we didn't really talk. We would just sometimes talk as friends on social media. And then time passed by, and then my brother and him, they played the same team, so they had a tournament.
Me and him got closer as well, by the way.
Yeah, so they had a tournament, and then, and you guys know as a tournament, you guys have a lot of games that day. So the first game passes by, and then me and my brother leave to go out to eat. And then since we left, later on, I posted a picture of myself on Snapchat, and then he saw it, and he Snapchatted me saying, "Oh, are you guys gonna come back to the game?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're on our way already." And then we got there, and we would just say hi and bye because we were kind of shy.
Yeah, I remember at that time, when the game ended, she was like in front of the bathroom, and I was already gonna just walk out and leave, but like, you know, since I wanted to, like, you know, talk to her or whatever, I would just come up to her and shake her hand and say bye.
Yeah, but we didn't really talk, like, we just say hi and bye.
Yeah.
Time passes by a little bit more, and then we started talking more. No, we started Snapchatting each other more.
Yeah, we started just, I think, obviously, like, I'm the guy, and I'm like, you know, be the one to make the big moves or whatever. Like, I would just constantly keep, you know, texting her, and, you know, she would actually reply, and me and her would just talk a lot. Keep in mind, we've probably been talking for like 2 months before I actually asked her out.
3 months.
2-3 months, around there, yeah. So,
yeah, 3.
Since she was tired of, or she didn't really like texting on Snapchat, you want to tell me that story?
Oh yeah, so like, I didn't want to like text a lot through Snapchat, so I was like, oh, just text me through Cake. So we started texting through Cake for a while, and then I got tired of Cake too, and I gave him my number. And then once I gave him my number, he didn't text me right away. We just kept texting through Cake.
And the funny thing is, so once I finally decided...
I forgot I gave him my number since we kept texting on Cake. He decides to prank me.
So what I do is, I'm about to text her, so I'm like pretending I'm like some other guy.
Like some stranger.
And so she was being rude, or like, you know, telling me to like leave me alone, or how did I get your...
Or like, who's this?
Yeah, who's this?
And he didn't want to tell me, so I was
so like... So she was finally like, alright, bye, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And then at the time, we would call each other like Baby E, since like, you know,
our name starts
with the E. So I was like, oh, really, Baby E?
And then I knew it was him. I was like, oh. And so we just...
Oh, I didn't know it was you, my bad. And so like from there, we started texting on iMessage.
And then he'll just be there for me. And then after that, we started talking through the phone.
Oh yeah, we started like actually, you know, being on an actual phone call, and
then after that, FaceTime.
Well, she was the one that started with the FaceTime, because I wouldn't really never be on FaceTime. Maybe I just wasn't that confident in myself at the time or whatever. As a matter of fact, when she FaceTimed me the first time, I was like hella red. I was like showing
he wasn't even showing
face.
his face.
Yeah, and I was like giving every excuse to just not be on FaceTime.
Yeah, and so after that we became best friends, because I asked her.
She asked me to be best friends. She was like, no, first you asked me. She was like, you have a girl best friend, and then I was like, nah, I got a girl best friend. And she was like, you gonna be my best friend? And so of course I was like, yes.
And so we just kept talking.
And you know what happens when, you know, you become best friends. Well, most of the time, you know, that's what it means.
So after that, we just kept talking, and then we started flirting. And then around that time, since his brother played with Brazil had a tournament, so, and then that weekend, they had a game, so his parents couldn't take him because they had to take his little brother to the tournament, which was far away. And so my parents took him to the game, and we took our first picture together when we were just best friends at the time. And I posted it on Snapchat with the heart, like a red heart. And I also posted on Instagram. And like people knew, my friends knew that we were kind of like talking, flirting. And then remember like that comment, they were like, oh yeah, you guys should start going out already.
Oh yeah. So time passes by, like a week, 2 weeks. What 2 weeks after that?
But during that time we were planning on hanging out.
Yeah.
The only time we would see each other is like during games or practice, since I would always go to them. And we didn't really have time to hang out because before practice was a game, we would just say hi, and then after the game or practice, we would just say bye, and then that was it. So during that time, we were just planning on hanging out.
So it was winter break.
No, it was on Thanksgiving break.
Thanksgiving break?
Yeah. Winter break is in
December. Oh, that's right, yeah. It was Thanksgiving break. And I finally find the time.
We finally... Somehow we just
decided.
Yeah, to go to the movies.
And it was November 21st.
Yeah, of 2015.
And we'll tell you what that means to us in a minute, which you should probably already guess.
Yeah, so that day that was our first date together. And
so that day I would always wake up at 6 in the... Yeah, I would always wake up at 6 in the morning, and first of all, I had early morning practice, so I told her, hey, after my early morning practice, are you down to go to the movies?
Yeah.
But I told her that actually the day before my morning practice, so we can plan ahead. So I went home, I took a shower, obviously, I got ready, you know. She did her makeup for like basically the first time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did the makeup. I remember the exact same thing you wore. She wore like basically like this color. It was like a button-up shirt. And like a white shirt, and she had like black eyelid or something like that.
Yeah, because I did a black and smoky eye, and that was my first time.
Yeah, her first time, you know, doing her makeup, you know,
yeah.
trying to look cute for me, you know. But yeah, we go to the movies, and I believe
his parents ended up picking me up and him, and then they dropped us off at the movies, and then like we were just kind of waiting for the movie to start, so we were just like in the.
Oh yeah, we were in the arcade.
Yeah.
And
after, so it was time now to go to see the movies.
Well, actually, when we were in the arcade, we weren't even dating yet, but I literally had like my arm around her.
Oh yeah, and then we started taking pictures on Snapchat.
Oh yeah, we started taking pictures.
And then it was time to go see the movie. We were just watching the movie, and then he was telling, and I was into the movie, and then he was just telling me how he didn't watch the whole movie. He was just like looking at me the whole time.
Oh yeah, I told her.
But I didn't realize that.
She didn't pay no attention to me. She was just eyes locked onto the movie. And like I was saying, we weren't even dating yet, but even in the movie, I had my arm around her, and she was leaning on me. So it was like, I don't think we really felt it as weird. I think we were just that already connected, that we've been talking for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So.
And we just knew each other for like a very long time.
So it turns out, so after the movie,
we were waiting for his dad.
We were waiting for my dad to pick us up, and
then
it was we went back to our
talking.
Yeah, we were talking.
We were talking about like us.
Oh, and I also won you a penguin that day, remember?
Oh yeah.
And I won a penguin out of like the little, what is that? Like the little claw machine, and
So I had that penguin.
So I gave it to her.
Yeah,
I was like, here, lick this for her.
And then so we were just talking about us, and then I don't really remember what we were talking about.
I remember.
What were we saying? I mean, and then all I remember was that he was like, why don't we just make it official?
Okay.
Oh,
so
I think because we were saying how like a lot of people were like commenting that should just go out already and stuff like
one
that.
of her friends come to the Instagram, they're like, y'all should just date already, with like the emoji with like rolling your eyes and stuff.
Yeah. So he asked me, he's like, why don't we just make it official? So we were like, yeah. And his dad was already outside, so he picked us up, and then he went to go drop me off at my house, and then that was basically it. The rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history. And now we're currently with 2 years and
2 months.
2 months.
It's good.
So that's our story of how we met and how we came to just have a relationship with each other, you know.
Yeah.
I believe it was like a long journey. I'm glad we took a long time, you know, before me asking her out.
Yeah, I don't think we rushed anything.
And I feel like, you know, that's perfect. So that is our story. So thank you for watching this video.
I hope you guys enjoy.
If you like this video and want to keep up with our life and our channel will be based on, we'll have vlogs, we're going to do challenges coming up soon.
Yeah.
We already have a plan, so if you want to, you know, stay tuned, just subscribe and like this video.